focused. I can't tell. Hello, boys and girls. It is January 9th. The official start of my semester. I'm not gonna lie if I didn't say I was stressed. I mean, I would be lying if I said I wasn't stressed. But not in like an impending doom sort of way, but in a, okay, now I gotta change the way I've been working this entire last year. Because I haven't had school in a year. So, kind of excited to be learning. A little bit stressed out because my textbooks are still saying they're awaiting payment, even though I called Barnes & Noble College, UCF Bookstore, my credit card, Barnes & Noble College again to change the credit card I was using. I'm thinking I might just call them, cancel the order, go up to the campus, and just purchase the books in person because I'm sick and tired of it, okay? I'm sick and tired of it. The good thing is only one of the books on that list I actually need this semester, and it's just APA formatting stuff, so I could get that anywhere. I don't want to buy it though, like those were rentals and they were used, so it was only gonna be $97. Okay, that's the issue, is I was paying $97 for 3 textbooks. Do you know how good that is? That's so good. That's so good. But I'm really afraid that there's not gonna be any more rentals left because it's the first day of the semester. So that's what's up. Probably gonna meet the Bay at a coffee shop or something because he has an interview today, and he said after his interview he's gonna bring his laptop and do some schoolwork at a coffee shop, which I never do. I always do my work at home. I think maybe one time in my life I went to a coffee shop by myself. That was before I had to go to work at UCF. So anyway, now I'm just those little flowers he gave me yesterday before a date. Got my laptop, I got my water bottle, my pistachios, and my tea. Okay, so a few things. I think I'm gonna make this its separate vlog. I'm still gonna have the intro from what I just took, but this is gonna be its own vlog. So, I'm in the online MSW program at UCF, right? And I guess, I don't know if it's accelerated or if it's part-time, I'm not sure. But basically, each semester is split into 2 terms and there's 1 class per term. So first term, I have 1 class. Second term, I have another class. But it's from January 9th to like February something. And then the second term is February something to May something. So the classes are accelerated, but I only have 1 class. So I think that is kind of cool. But I just read through the syllabus. I did my little financial aid whatever, which I don't even think I'm getting financial aid, which has me freaking stressed out because it's like it's not even letting me accept loans, let alone like Pell Grant or whatever. So I'm a bit stressed about that, but we'll figure it out. I'm gonna start getting on some fast web and scholarships and whatnot because she needs it. So I read through the syllabus, I went through every single module, I marked off every chapter for every module I have to do. So they are in like opposite colored order. Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, Module 4, and then 5 has the materials in the module, and then 6 and 7 are a different book, which I bought online because it was cheaper. And honestly, I used to think I was like a physical textbook girly, but I think now I am preferring online textbooks just because I can take notes directly on like the page. I can highlight it, write a note, that kind of thing. And then I know some places they allow you to print out all the notes you took. But yeah, so I don't know. But we'll see, since I now have a physical and an online directly in front of me. I am just missing 1 book for this term, and it's gonna be a book that I use throughout the entire program. And that is the 7th edition APA writing manual. Okay, I hate buying writing manuals because y'all are just gonna change it in 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? So originally I had rented it. I just told you the whole book situation. I rented the books online, and then there was an issue with my card, and then I thought I did it, but I didn't, so then I had to call all these different places, and then it's still not going through, so it's really annoying. I even changed the card that I was paying with. It's just annoying. And it was gonna be $16 to rent, but I'm thinking I should just buy it, but not from the school, because the school, it's like $50-$60. And on the website, it's like $40-$50. But if I go on Amazon, it's $22. So I think I'm gonna buy it on Amazon, but first I want to cancel my rental because I would be really freaking upset if I paid $16 for a rental and then $22 for it to buy, because then it's gonna be like how much it would have been just to buy it in the first place. So yeah. And it looks like this course, hopefully all the courses aren't like this, but this specific course is very reading heavy, which is fine. I like to read and whatnot, but like we're reading the whole textbook in a month and a half. We're reading one whole textbook essentially, when it's like 2 chapters, and then like the first half of another textbook. That's excessive, but it's gonna get done. And I was thinking maybe I can develop some relationships with my peers in the class, and maybe we can do a little note swap so we can like assign chapters to each other. You know what I'm saying? So like you read chapter 1, take notes, share the notes. I'll read chapter 2, I'll take notes, share the notes. You know what I mean? Work smarter, not harder, okay? I'm very, what's the word? I'm very lucky to be in the position that I am, living at home, working from home, that kind of thing, because I can allot more time now to this. And that was one of the things I mentioned in like my admissions essay. One of the requirements was like, are you going to be able to do the field work in your 2nd year? And I was like, yes, I will, because I work from home and I make my own schedule. So I can prioritize the field work and then work around that, So that's another thing. I'm really nervous about the field work, okay? Because I was a guardian advocate from September of 2020 to August of 2021. And I did not have to go in person to the hospital to do visitations because it was still online for COVID precautions. I went to 1 in-person court hearing, and out of the whole year, I accepted 10 clients, and I only actually ever spoke to 2. And one of them I only spoke to once. So I don't know, I just don't want to be, it's one of those things where you're like so worried you're going to be weird or prejudiced or, have not nice thoughts or like be scared and stuff like that, because these people are people who need help, and I don't want to be rude, you know what I mean? Because like I know deep down inside I am a little bit scared. So I'm just speaking candidly, that might get me canceled, even though I'm not really that prominent in the online world, but I'm just being honest. I was scared. So I don't even know what the fieldwork is going to be, and yeah, it's just, it's a lot, for sure. So that's that. It's almost 11. Probably going to end up meeting Isaiah at a coffee shop somewhere and starting my reading because I already did the first little financial aid assignment. Or maybe I'll just do some scholarships. I don't know. So, see y'all when I see y'all. Actually, I think I'm gonna wash the dishes first because That bothers me.
Quite a few, mate. Quite a few.
Stop, it's just supposed to be candy. Alright?
Good morning, lovely, beautiful people. I just finished reading chapter 1 of 3 for this week. I am getting ready to wash the cars to send out to Turo tomorrow. And then I'm going to read the chapter 1 PowerPoint, then chapter 2, and then the chapter 2 PowerPoint. I would like to get the first 2 chapters done. Today's Tuesday, semester started on yesterday on Monday. I would like to get the first 2 chapters done so that I have the rest of the week to do chapter 3, maybe even start the next chapter for next week, and maybe take the quiz early. When you start school, the important thing is to get ahead early when you inevitably get tired later. So that's the goal. Yeah, that's what's up. Hello friends, I finished my chapter 1 PowerPoint and notes. I think what I'm gonna do from now on is PowerPoint and then read, just because it gives me better, it gives me like a background for the reading, and I think that'll just be better. So then I kind of know what to take notes on when I'm reading. I'm taking a break now, and I want to look at my garden. If you want to know more about my garden, you can watch my personal channel, Michaela Rickard, at McRicky, youtube.com/Michaela Rickard, all those things. Yeah, it's very important for me to take breaks between things, so I read chapter 1, washed the car, walked the dog, finished the PowerPoints. Now I'm going to take a break, look at my garden, do chapter 2 PowerPoints, maybe cook, and then read chapter 2. Who knows, I might be able to get through chapter 3 today as well. That'd be amazing. It's actually like 12 something, so I might be reaching for the stars. Better to reach far than to reach nar. Anyway, bye.
Theory underlies our efforts to empirically test the utility of social work interventions.
Good afternoon, my dudes. There we go. Good afternoon, my dudes. It is 12:30. I just finished reading the first half of chapter 2. Before that, I finished taking notes on the PowerPoint for chapter 2. And now I am going to cook or start cooking dinner because I have to drop off a car at 4, which means I'll have to leave around 3. So I just wanted to hop on, update on my, study progress, I guess. I will say, for some reason this morning, after doing my whole morning thing where I do the dishes, I make tea, I make myself breakfast, and I sit down to start studying, I started to get, after about like an hour, I started to get anxious. Like, my body started to feel the way it feels when I start to like depersonalize. And I was like, okay, let's finish this, these few pages. And let's, actually, I finished the PowerPoint. So probably for the last like 10 slides, I was like so uncomfortable, could barely focus. And then I ended up taking a shower and then taking a bath just because I felt like I needed to unwind a little bit, you know what I mean? And for me, that's weird because I don't take baths in the morning, and it was like 9 when I did that, 9:30 maybe. And yeah, but it did help. So I'm gonna need to start implementing some relaxation into my routine now that I have school and work. And I'm probably gonna have to get another job, but that's another story. Anyway, I just wanted to say that, you know, school can be stressful, and do what you need to do. Take a break, take a breather. You might have goals that you want to reach, but in order to reach those goals, you may need to take some breaks in between. So yeah, see ya. In the meantime, while that's cooking, before I have to leave, and hopefully before it's done cooking, I'm going to read the rest of chapter 2. So chapter 2 can be done, finito, finished. And then tomorrow or Saturday, I can start capítulo 3. I don't even know if that's the word for capital. I mean, chapter. Yeah, it's a lot of reading. Like, we're gonna read the whole textbook. That's ridiculous in my opinion. That's insane. I shouldn't have to read the whole textbook, but I'm doing an experiment. So what I'm doing is I read chapter 1 first, and then I did the PowerPoint. For chapter 2, I did the PowerPoint first, and then I'm reading the chapter. For chapter 3, I'm just gonna read the summary of the chapter and then read the PowerPoint and take notes and whatnot. So if chapter 3, me reading the summary and then taking notes on the PowerPoint is good enough, that's what I'm gonna do, because we wanna work smarter and not harder. So yeah, I will see you guys when I see you. All right, let's get this done. Four slides left to take notes on. All right, guys. I don't know when the last time I checked in was, but it took me forever to import all the footage that was on this camera to my iPad so I can edit the video. Let me give you some updates. We are officially in week 2. I'm on chapter 6. I read chapter 5. I read another chapter from a different freaking textbook, and I took notes on I'm finishing taking notes on chapter 6 PowerPoint. I already did on chapter 5. Tomorrow I'll be doing 7 chapters and PowerPoints. And then I will probably start next week's work, because at the end of next week, I'm going to Miami for my birthday. And I would like to have fun. And I would like to not have to do a lot of homework. So I'm gonna start next week's chapters probably Thursday. And then next week I will finish next week's chapters and start the week after that, because I'm gonna be in Miami from the 26th to the 31st. So like end of next week into the week after. And I wanna get as much of that stuff done as I can. And then I gotta figure out how I'm gonna work in doing my podcasts, right? So I finished the script for my podcast for next week, because this week's podcast is already uploaded. And then I would like to get done next week, the week after podcast, because I will be in Miami the day before it drops. So I just wanna have it all done so I don't have to think about anything. So that's what I'm trying to do. It's really difficult. Because I'm just really, all I'm thinking about is Stray Kids and Felix and Hyunjin and, you know, learning Korean before I learn Spanish, even though I need to learn Spanish before that. So, yeah, I don't know. Today is just really hard for me to focus, but I did get a lot done. It just feels, this semester, or at least this term, feels like I'm not doing much, because it's literally mostly reading. Like, I literally just read 3 chapters a week, read 3 PowerPoints, take a quiz. And I have 1 paper due in February, so I'm gonna have to be working on that soon. But it's mostly reading, and like when I don't have like assignments that I can check off, it just feels like I'm not doing anything. So yeah, that's an update on how I'm doing. See you guys later. Rolling in the deep inside my head, you got me bad, muchacho J. Shizuoka que ne quiero, moving on my way. Oh! It's just such a good song, guys. Listen to it.